My friend's life is not going in vain. Like, she will get justice, and she will get the right justice.
Seeking justice for a 65-year-old woman fatally shot last night. The suspect is a 75-year-old man who led police on a chase, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. Tonight at 6, that suspect is facing a preliminary charge of murder. Thanks for inviting us in on this Friday night. Ann has tonight off. Our Brandon Schaff went back to the scene today where that woman was shot to talk with the people who remember her as someone who cared very much for others.
A 65-year-old woman was killed after she was shot right here in front of her home on North Rural Street. And we're now hearing from her daughter, who's speaking out against the violence, and a friend who witnessed everything.
65-year-old Patricia Weber had little time to react when a man approached her car while she was parked. Her daughter, Karen Kaiser, says Weber had just got back to her home on the Near East Side when the man knocked on her car window, pulled out a gun, and shot her.
She's my rock. Without her, it's going to be hard for me.
Kaiser says her biological dad was the alleged shooter who had a history of abuse against her and her mom. She described an incident earlier this month when her dad assaulted them at a family cookout. She says they feared the day would come when something like this would happen.
He's been stalking her for so long, and for this to happen, it kind of makes me feel like I failed my mom, but I know that it was inevitable.
Daryl Douglas is a family friend. He remembers seeing the suspect driving around the neighborhood several times before approaching Patricia's car and pulling the trigger. He says he wants justice for the woman who called him family.
I'll be at every court date. I will be the guy to take that stand and let them know what he done. Because I sit outside and I watched the whole thing play out. And that's not right.
Now, as Kaiser processes losing her mom, who she calls her best friend, she's now urging victims to get help.
If you are in a domestic violence relationship, there's ways out. There's ways out. There is. Just seek it.
And to seek that help as soon as possible. In Indianapolis, Brandon Schaff, 13 News.
Douglas praised IMPD's quick response after that shooting. Police say the suspect led officers on a chase and was shot by police before he was taken into custody. Now, this is the third deadly domestic disturbance we've seen here in central Indiana just this week. Doniette Smith with the Indy Public Safety Foundation helps survivors of domestic violence, and today she shared the warning signs.
If you're being isolated, they no longer want you around the family. They want to take you away from the family, make you leave places early. Look at that as a red flag. But then also that controlling, what you wear, who you talk to, not allowing you to go to work, or taking those keys so that way you can't go to work or go where you're going. Like those things are red flags.
We've put a list of resources for you on WTHR.com. Tonight at 6, a man accused of leading police on a chase before crashing and killing a passenger is now officially facing federal charges. 21-year-old Corian Foster is charged with 3 felonies, including reckless homicide. Court documents reveal police tried pulling Foster over for suspected drunk driving earlier this month. Police say he took off, leading them on a chase before crashing and hitting another car. The other person in the truck, Leslie Urell, died. Foster will make his first court appearance next week. Rob?
Well, we've had another beautiful day out there. Temperatures making it up close to 80 degrees. In fact, our current temperature is 80. We've got calm winds, just a few high, thin clouds. So kind of a milky sky appearance here because of those high, thin cirrus clouds. And most of you are on the same page, within the upper 70s to low 80s, depending upon where you are. And this will continue into tomorrow. If you have plans for this evening, what a beautiful Friday evening it is. We expect partly cloudy skies and temperatures through the 70s until about 10 p.m. Then we'll drop into the 60s and end up with an overnight low of about 57. I think tomorrow will warm up yet again. It's going to be almost identical to today. Upper 70s for daytime highs, lots of sunshine with more of those high, thin clouds.
All right, Rob, thanks so much. Tonight at 6, a teacher at a school in Fishers is facing multiple charges for allegedly strangling a student. Police say Nathan Sandlin admitted to grabbing a 12-year-old boy by the arms and wrapping him up from behind. The boy told police he was having a water gun fight with some other students when Sandlin told him to stop. Tonight, Sandlin faces 2 felony charges, including strangulation.
For the mayor to single out Marion County is completely disingenuous.
Marion County Prosecutor Ryan Mears is pushing back tonight. This after Carmel's mayor blamed his office for crime spilling into her city. Mayor Sue Finkam posted on X last night after a violent carjacking in Carmel, saying the suspect has a long rap sheet and should have been in jail, saying, quote, "It's time Marion County does their part and holds criminals accountable." Ashton Hackman has the fallout.
Court docs say 30-year-old Manuel Itres carjacked a father and daughter at a Carmel gas station on Tuesday, allegedly dragging the father with the SUV and badly injuring him before crashing and taking off. Itres reportedly going as fast as 80 miles per hour through town.
It was absolutely unacceptable. A family was hurt and traumatized. It was 100% preventable.
Mayor Sue Finkam hasn't minced words after the carjacking.
We've got to do better to serve the residents of Central Indiana, and it starts with Marion County.
Finkam points to Itres' long criminal rap sheet, nearly 50 pending or closed cases in at least 4 counties, including 5 felony theft cases in Marion and Monroe counties. Finkam says he should have been in jail.
We have to do a better job figuring out a solution. And it starts, again, with someone having some leadership in Marion County.
We need to make sure that we're being accurate and honest about what's actually taking place.
Prosecutor Ryan Mears says Marion County is not solely at fault. He points to Itres' most recent conviction in Hancock County last Friday, where he was given no additional jail time.
As long as we're having an honest conversation about all the different jurisdictions this individual had connections with, I think that can be potentially a productive conversation. But for the mayor to single out Marion County is completely disingenuous and also didn't really provide context to what we had done as an office.
Both sides say they are open to working together.
I don't know whether it's a prosecutor problem or a jurist problem or if it's a jail problem, but something's not working. I'll help be part of the solution, but I need someone down there to be a partner.
If you want to come to the table and have legitimate solutions to these issues, we want to have those conversations.
For now, Itres remains in the Hamilton County Jail on a $1 million bond. In Carmel, Ashton Hackman, 13 News.
Tonight, there is a new proposal to pay for road repairs and maintenance here in Marion County, and it could mean paying more taxes. Some city-county councilors tonight are suggesting increasing the vehicle excise surtax and the wheel tax here in Marion County. Typically, you pay one of these fees when you register your vehicle every year at the BMV. So the goal here is to raise enough money to match state funding, starting at $50 million next year, with increases every year until the year 2031. The excise tax would rise to a flat rate of $100 per vehicle, while the wheel tax would cost $240. Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett criticized this proposal, saying solutions should come without additional financial strain. Rob?
Well, if we take a look at the time lapse from today at Morse Reservoir, boy, it would have been a beautiful day to be out on the lake today. Look, if you didn't get a chance to do it today, tomorrow's weather looks just as good.
Also tonight, redeveloping the old City Hall, what our city is looking for in the next proposal for this site. Next.